Hey, Celtics Nation. We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Boston Celtics. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll always stay up to date and never miss out on any exclusive news. Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla finds himself at the center of an unusual debate, one that has little to do with strategy or game planning. After an incredible stretch of performances, Mazzulla was named the NBA Coach of the Month for March, yet his reaction was anything but celebratory. Calling the honor the dumbest thing ever, he made it clear that individual accolades mean little to him at this stage of the season. Despite Wednesday night's loss to the Miami Heat, the Celtics have been nearly unstoppable, winning 9 of their last 10 games. With just a handful of regular season matchups left, they are virtually locked into the second seed in the Eastern Conference. However, the bigger concern isn't their positioning, it's their health. Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, and Jrue Holiday have all been dealing with injuries, and that presents Mazzulla with a difficult challenge. Should he prioritize rest and recovery, or should he push for chemistry and rhythm before the postseason begins? The margin for error in the playoffs is razor thin, and Boston knows that better than anyone. Mazzulla's frustration with the monthly award stems from his greater ambitions. Winning Coach of the Month is irrelevant when the real prize is on the line. He has his sights set on something far more prestigious, an NBA championship. More specifically, back-to-back titles, a feat that hasn't been achieved since the Golden State Warriors did it in 2015-16. The Celtics don't just want to repeat as champions. They want to do so in dominant fashion. Yet, the road ahead is anything but easy. Unlike last season, when they stormed through the Eastern Conference, this year presents a different challenge. Rivals have improved, and injuries have made Boston more vulnerable than before. With only 6 games remaining, the likelihood of seeing the full starting lineup on the court together is slim. If they do take the floor as a unit, it may only happen once or twice before the playoffs begin. That uncertainty only fuels the anticipation. Can this team flip the switch when it matters most? Mazzulla may dismiss individual accolades, but his real test is fast approaching. The Celtics have the talent, the experience, and the motivation to claim another championship. But can they overcome adversity and peak at the right moment? That remains the biggest question as the postseason looms. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Drew Peterson's journey with the Boston Celtics has taken an unexpected turn, with reports surfacing that the young forward regrets his decision to stay with the franchise. Just months after lifting the Larry O'Brien Trophy as an NBA champion, whispers from sources close to Peterson suggest that he is disillusioned with his role and a lack of opportunities to establish himself in the league. Could the player who once dreamed of making an impact in Boston now be looking for an escape route? Peterson's frustration appears to stem from his limited playing time and the reality of being stuck on a two-way contract. Despite moments of promise, the former USC standout has found himself bouncing between the Celtics' main roster and the main Celtics in the G League. While winning a championship is a rare and enviable feat, it seems the thrill of the moment has given way to a deeper concern: his long-term future in the NBA. Sources suggest that Peterson feels overlooked in a roster packed with elite talent, making it difficult for him to carve out a meaningful role. Adding to the speculation, Peterson has reportedly confided in teammates and close associates about his struggles adjusting to Boston's system. The Celtics, built around superstars and experienced veterans, prioritize championship contention, leaving little room for young players on the fringe to develop at their own pace. Some believe Peterson may have been better off seeking a larger role elsewhere, where he could have showcased his skills and earned a more secure spot in an NBA rotation. The timing of these rumors is particularly intriguing, as the Celtics are in the midst of off-season adjustments, exploring roster moves and potential trades. If Peterson truly regrets his decision, could a mutual parting of ways be on the horizon? With teams always on the lookout for versatile wings, there is little doubt that another franchise could offer him a fresh start. However, Moving on for Boston also means leaving behind the culture of a title-contending team, a decision that is never easy for any player. Drew Peterson's game is built on versatility, a quality that made him an intriguing prospect coming out of college. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches, he possesses the rare combination of size, shooting ability, and playmaking skills that allow him to operate as both a forward and a secondary ball handler. His smooth shooting stroke, particularly from beyond the arc, has been one of his strongest assets, and his ability to facilitate offense makes him more than just a spot-up shooter. However, his defensive consistency and ability to adapt to the physicality of the NBA remain areas of development, something that may have contributed to his struggles in securing a stable role with the Celtics. Beyond his on-court abilities, Peterson is known for his composed and analytical approach to the game. Former coaches and teammates have praised his basketball IQ and work ethic, highlighting his ability to process plays and make smart decisions. However, some insiders suggest that his reserved personality may have made it harder for him to assert himself in a competitive locker room like Boston's. While his quiet confidence has served him well in the past, the intensity of an elite franchise demands a more aggressive approach, both in mindset and in play style. Despite his frustrations, Peterson has remained professional, continuing to put in work behind the scenes. Even with limited minutes, he has shown flashes of the player he could become, particularly in G League stints where he has thrived as a primary scoring option. But in the NBA, where young players often need to seize their moments immediately, patience is not always rewarded. This challenge has undoubtedly tested Peterson's resolve, forcing him to reconsider whether Boston is the right place for him to grow. Ultimately, Peterson's future will depend on whether he can find a balance between adapting to the Celtics system and asserting his own game. If he can prove that he belongs in the rotation, Boston may see more value in him than just a two-way contract. However, if his doubts continue to grow, a move elsewhere could be the fresh start he needs. For now, Peterson remains at a crossroads, facing the defining decision of his young NBA career. For now, Peterson remains a Celtic, but the growing whispers of dissatisfaction raise an important question. Will he push for a new opportunity? That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.